Hello everyone, Harmeet this side again on my YouTube channel Harmeet Techie. So are you really ready to take your C# skill to the next level? So today we are stepping into the world of WPF, that is Windows Presentation Foundation. It's a technology that lets you build elegant, interactive, scalable desktop applications for Windows, number one. Second, whether you are new to it or just exploring, this video will give you a clear roadmap to mastering WPF development. So let's just jump right into my world of WPF learning. Most probably, we are going to start with our WPF series. As of now, let's start with the basic idea how we can develop your WPF applications. As of now, I'm working on your Visual Studio 2022 IDE, like better know, right? It's a specific, beautiful IDE developed by Microsoft, right? Meant for your Windows or web-based applications, right? So let's start with the very first option that is create new project, right? I have selected C#, Windows and the desktop because we are going to trigger something related to your WPF application as well. Now just select WPF app.NET framework. Just move on next. Give one name to the application. Let's say I'm saying sample 01 and just click on create. The moment you come up with this right option, right, the very first option, you will get this screen, right, having different sections, right. So the very first is your main screen, right, this screen, right. I generally call this as screen as to be in canvas area where I can put up any control over here. You can see from the left hand side you have something called common WPF control. Let's say I'm having one button, I can click and I can draw something like this. Number one, that is first thing. There is one very beautiful stuff in WPF is that whatever you design over here by dragging and dropping, right, that's quite similar to that you will be getting some section over here. Just increase the height of this. See, this is Microsoft XAML, extensible application markup language, your third area. So one area is canvas, the other area is the controls, third area is the XAML area. What is XAML and all that, we'll talk about that XAML later on, but as of now I'll talk about it is quite similar to your HTML. I'm not saying 100% it will be having your HTML tag, head tag, title tag, table tag, no, nothing like that. But I'm just saying in terms of what? Your element style, your attribute style, your property style, those kind of thing, right? So whatever you are dragging and dropping over here, in contrast to same, you will get something like that. Now let's do one more beautiful stuff, right? Now let me write down something, let's say button. I'm doing something like this. See, one more button gets added. You want to see really closely? Okay, fine. So let's say I'll say x colon name equal to, let's say, btn. Put some space and just say content. Content means text, right? So let's say click here. See, it is coming like that. Now just lower down this, just resize this particular button to certain level. See, now I'm having two buttons and just see, wow, super margins automatically the moment I resize this. So they are very contrast to each other. So if you are dragging and dropping any control over here, you will get something declarative specifications over here. And when you start writing something over here within this section, within the XAML section, corresponding control gets created. Simple step. So these are three things, right, as of now. Fourth section I would say is your solution explorer. Very important one. See, this section will give you the idea about number one, how many screens are there, which one is the first you want to trigger, what is the application level configuration file, kind of configuration file, right? Application level entry level file, I can say. Then individual project based file as well, right? That is again a thing. But you can see one thing, whatever XAML file we will be having, we do have something called coding section also. So this is somehow, I would say, coming on this 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is the fifth area, code behind area, right? So these are fifth area, fifth point, right, where we actually write down the code. You know which way? I'll tell you. Double click the button, see button click, event handler, very simple stuff. So whatever the button you are having here, double click the button, just put up any command. Let's say I'm saying message box dot show, let's say within the double quotes, welcome to the world of WPF. That's it. Simple thing. Anything, right? Anything you want to write. So message box dot show is something exactly as same as your alert of your JavaScript. Exactly. So kind of message onto the screen. Fine. Now let's talk about the last thing, right? Last thing in terms of let me say from working point of view. So one is canvas, second is control area, third is XAML area, fourth is solution explorer. Let's move on to fifth area, that is the code behind. But there is one more area, that is property window. Sometimes it is required. Now click this, means the window. You have properties based on category or based on name as per your choice. So if you are really very familiar with the property name, you can do this. So arrange by name, go down up, whichever way you want to go for. You want to go in terms of category, you can do that as well, right? So just see, click on brush, background, no brush, apply something, see, very beautiful stuff, very beautiful stuff, right? This is WPF. Now when I hit this, means the run execution. So when I'm going to run the application will trigger the very first form. What was the first form? It was written main window. And believe me, when you are hitting the execution, you will get something like this. That's it. Now when I click on this button, is it recoded on this? No, that's why nothing is happening. But when I'm clicking on this, see, it is showing welcome to the world of WPF. Simple as that, nothing special. Believe me, overall story lies on these 6 parameters, 6 sections. Number 1, canvas. Number 2, control. Number 3, XAML. Number 4, solution explorer. Number 5, code behind. And number 6 is your property window. That's it. I hope this will help you to trigger your WPF journey. It's just the base, right? So then onwards, right? So hopefully you will be getting some series on WPF. You will be getting some series which I have delivered recently. I have delivered one training program on WPF, right? This will give you a very jump starter, very crisp idea about your different WPF verticals as well. Lots of good options are there within that particular training program. So it is a mix of lots of interesting stuff, right from, you can say, the architecture as well, right? It is all about your layout, how to design your layout and all of your within WPF using your stack panel, dock panel and all that. How to apply event handling as well, right? Bubbling, tunneling, these kind of events and all that. We'll talk about that. Then we will see that how we can go for MVVM implementation as well, MVVM design pattern implementation as well, right? How to work on your different sort of commands, collections, notify property and all that, right? Your two-way binding and all, right? We'll also see how we can implement your API integration as well. Asynchronous call, how we can implement that, right? How to have your file handling if you want to implement, right? Do we have something called value converter, or and lots of stuff, right? And in terms of, let's say, validations also, can we do something in terms of validation as well? Styling, templates, themes, lots of very important factors are there. Triggering, right? You do have some sort of triggers as well, right, within a WPF, like event triggers, data triggers, multi triggers, right? So we will talk about those different pieces within that particular series as well, right? So guys, I'm sure if you are looking for WPF, this series will really helpful for you to get more out of your WPF journey, right? So guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for your valuable time. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.